Hello future lawyers, my name is Mimansa. Hope you all are keeping well, and today we'll be learning about fundamental duties. So the Constitution of India is often critiqued as a right-based constitution, which means even when the framers incorporated duties of the state in form of directive principles of state policy, they did not feel it was necessary to add duties that the citizens of India would owe to the nation. In fact, no democratic nations other than Japan have a list of popular duties in its constitution. Fundamental duties were added to the Constitution of India only in 1976. The year 1976 paved way for the Congress Party to set up Sardar Swaran Committee to make recommendations about fundamental duties, the necessity of which was felt during the operation of internal emergency in 1975. It suggested the addition of a dedicated part in the Constitution for fundamental duties and stressed on the fact that the citizens should become conscious about their role in a democratic nation and that it is not merely restricted to enjoyment of rights but also extends to performing certain duties as well. And therefore, by the 42nd Amendment in 1976, Part 4A with just one provision, that is Article 51A, was introduced to the Constitution of India. Now, let us have a look at few of the features of the fundamental duties. Firstly, some of them are moral duties such as cherishing the ideals of the freedom struggle, whereas others are civic duties like respecting the national anthem, national flag, etc. Secondly, they are essentially codified values that have always been integral to the Indian way of life. Thirdly, fundamental duties are confined to the citizens of India only. Fourthly, they are non-justiciable, which means they cannot be enforced in a court of law. And lastly, they aid the courts in examining the validity of a legislation. The various fundamental duties covered under Article 51A are as follows. Clause A. To abide by the Constitution and respect its ideals and institutions, the national flag and the national anthem. Clause B. To cherish and follow the noble ideas which inspired our national struggle for freedom. Clause C. To uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India. Clause D. To defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so. Clause E. To promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood amongst all the people of India, transcending religious, linguistic, and regional or sectional diversities. To renounce practices derogatory to the dignity of women. Clause F. To value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. Clause G. To protect and improve the natural environment, including forests, lakes, rivers, and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. Clause H. To develop the scientific temper, humanism, and the spirit of inquiry and reform. Clause I. To safeguard public property and to abjure violence. Clause J. To strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity so that the nation constantly rises to higher levels of endeavor and achievement. And Clause K. Who is a parent or guardian to provide opportunities for education of their child, or as the case may be, ward between the age of 6 and 14 years.